Hello, my name is Jeff Stanton. I manage our global Oracle partnerships for Avalara. And today I'm going to provide for you a brief overview of our integration into the Oracle ERP Cloud platform. First, there's some brief background on Avalara. We've been around since 2004. We provide transactional tax automation globally. We have over 20,000 active customers, over 1,500 employees, and have been growing at a very fast pace. Our North American solution is made up of three primary components. AvaTax is our tax calculation engine. CertCapture is our exemption management, content management system. And Avalara Returns is our returns and remittance process. And all of these three components and or products work together and are fully integrated. One of the key benefits with Avalara is that we have pre-built integrations into virtually every invoice generating system in existence, be they ERP systems, e-commerce systems, and so forth. And that provides two primary benefits. One is pretty intuitive, and that is that if it's already built, it's probably faster to deploy. And we see deployments typically in around 30 to 60 days, and that's even in complex environments with large enterprise customers. Secondly, a lot of companies have multiple divisions or are conglomerates with literally multiple companies, and they're operating on disparate platforms. Other companies, potentially, those companies or others, are in acquisition mode, and who knows what they're going to be acquiring in the futures and which platforms they're going to need to support. And in any case, it's very likely that Avalara has a solution integration already pre-built. Of course, these pre-built solutions include all of the existing Oracle ERP platforms, and Avalara is validated on all of those platforms as well. Avalara considers itself a true leader in cloud computing. When we talk about cloud computing, when we talk about software as a service, what we're talking about is a true single instance, fully redundant, multi-tenant solution. And that's the way we've done it for 14 years. It's highly secure, full active failover controls. We utilize the most modern REST and SOAP APIs as well. I want to touch real briefly before I get into the actual integration on our international capabilities. Beyond North America, Avalara supports VAT reporting, currently in over 50 companies and growing. In 28 of those companies where EC listing and interest is required, we support that as well. And as e-invoicing becomes a requirement, we will meet those needs as well. Currently, in countries like Brazil, which have highly complex requirements, we have a dedicated solution to meet those needs. Now jumping into the Oracle ERP Cloud integration. The integration that we built, we actually did in cooperation with one of our primary partners, a company known as Smart ERP. Avalara recognizes that although we are expert in cloud computing and cloud software development and understanding the complexities of tax, what we're not are experts in Oracle platforms. And Smart ERP is a true expert in both deploying and supporting Oracle platforms. So we turn to them to help us build a superior integration into the complex Oracle ERP Cloud environment. So how is our integration different? Number one, we utilize the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Framework deployment. So the tax calculation integration is available in the latest OCA framework, and it leverages platform as a service and information as a service type components. What this does is it helps our customers mitigate network latency challenges and also support future solution architecture development initiatives, things like tax manager dashboards and so forth. It's much easier to deploy new things in this environment without having to go to code-based complex development. We also have been able, through utilizing these platforms, to build a central onboarding user interface. We've got dedicated ERP customer support portal as well, and I'll show you both of these things so you can actually see what they look like. And one of the things this does also supports a seamless web services launch and recurring content import into the ERP Cloud system. So our systems are set up to literally make jurisdictional changes and text content changes on a real-time basis. And if any of our customers are using, say for AR invoice determination, our real-time solution, there's no need to even consider update processes around that. But in most complex enterprise Oracle environments, there's a need to integrate with the geo hierarchies within the existing system. And I'm going to talk about how we can do that here shortly. This process flow chart gives you an idea of what the entire integration process looks like. And if you start in the upper right-hand corner and you look at the tax content repository and envision that as all of the tax information, again, that Avalara maintains on a real-time basis. Smart ERP has built an integration that actually will take our tax content structure and it will translate it into the pre-existing geo data structures and address data structures that are in your system. And that's irrespective of which type of data structure you're using, which company's data structure you've purchased. A lot of companies use an HCM pre-existing system for payroll to define these systems, these databases and structures. And with this integration, we've found a way to fully automate. I say we, I should give Smart ERP credit here. They built this technology and they found a way to automate the translation of our data into those systems as represented by this flow chart. That allows access of data reporting extracts either to be reported within the Oracle system and Oracle reporting structures, or to be exported and utilizing the Avalara reporting structures, which are very robust as well. So with this system set up, we're able, as you can see by the multi-directional flows at the bottom part of the chart, to provide AR real-time tax calculation as well as batch process AP tax calculation as well. And just as an example, I'll mention one other thing. There's safety factors set up and automated in the system that provide for any potential batch process failure that happens in the midst of a process taking place that would otherwise lose clarity on which transactions have been recorded and had the tax applied and which haven't, whereby the system is automatically keeping track of that. So in the event of any type of downtime or failure in the process, there's a clear record of what's happened. And there's a lot of situations in the past with clients that we've talked to where that's been a big issue. So that's the type of thing that this type of infrastructure and architecture is able to support. The connector deployment process initially is extremely efficient due to the user interface that is built into the system, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. This is the landing page that you go to initially, and it kind of shows you how far along you are. To the right, you would click on the Avalara connector configurator, and it would walk you through in almost a wizard type fashion everything you need to do to implement. And one thing I will point out in the lower left-hand corner, the handbooks icon is a link into very deep and rich library of support and user guide information that Oracle has told us is extremely powerful in helping in all kinds of situations, understanding specifics of what needs to be done. The user interface itself looks like this. It's got strong initial authentication. And then, as you can see here on this screenshot, the fields down below, it identifies, fields to input Oracle Cloud business units, business unit IDs, company codes, tax regime codes, and so forth. So everything that needs to be updated to initially implement is very clearly represented and walked through in a step-by-step process. Beyond the screenshot, I should say, when the time is right, if you're more interested, we're more than happy to provide an actual live demo of how all of this works. I made mention of the importance of the automated translation of geography tax content, and this is the process flow of what that looks like. And again, it's utilizing the power of the infrastructure as a service format to translate the information that's pre-existing in Avalara. And you would envision, if you want to keep your Oracle system updated with this information, it's typically a monthly update. As I mentioned earlier, the Avalara information is updated in virtual real time. So the timing of when you would want to do those updates would be completely up to the customer. But that process is no longer manual. It's a fully automated process supported by the integration. The general server architecture is represented here, where the ERP Cloud connector connects into the Avalara portion of the content connects into the Smart ERP connector, and then through to web servers, application servers, and ultimately into the Oracle database. I also wanted to show you briefly just a screenshot of the support portal for ongoing operations that's been created. This is a really powerful, again, highly automated approach to first line support. There's really two big issues in support across our industry. A lot of companies struggle with even having the resources to provide good support. The second thing is, where do you go for your support? What are the processes to define who should be called when and so forth? This is a first line to be able to make very clear where any immediate issues can be recorded, and having the confidence and knowledge that they're going to be responded to quickly. So hopefully this gives you a flavor of some of the differences that our integration into Oracle ERP Cloud provides. Of course, we're more than happy to provide more information. If you're at all interested, you can call the phone number here, and I can get you in touch with the right resources at Avalara to very quickly provide more information, answer any questions, and as I mentioned earlier, provide demo. Thank you for your time today.